Did you know that some of the oldest art in the world isn't in Europe, but in Africa? For centuries, the story of art has been told with a distinct bias, often overlooking the incredible depth and breadth of artistic expression across the African continent. Today, we are going to correct that. We are diving deep into Africa's art history, revealing that it's older, broader, and more technically sophisticated than the narrow stereotype of masks and sculpture suggests. This is a story of innovation, tradition, and enduring cultural power. Our journey begins not in a museum, but in a cave. The Apollo 11 cave in Namibia holds secrets etched in stone, dating back approximately 23,000 BC. Here, we find some of the earliest scientifically dated images in Africa, depictions of animals and human figures that offer a glimpse into the minds of our distant ancestors. These aren't just random markings, they are deliberate expressions, evidence of abstract thought and artistic intention. Further north, in the Sahara Desert of Niger, lies more evidence of Africa's ancient artistic heritage. Here, rock carvings dating back to 6,500 BC depict a landscape teeming with life, including giraffes in areas where they no longer roam. These petroglyphs are a powerful reminder of a time when the Sahara was a lush, green environment, a testament to the profound changes that have shaped the African continent. But rock art is just the beginning. Consider the humble bead. In Africa, the oldest known beads, made from nacreous shells, were worn as personal ornaments about 72,000 years ago. These aren't just decorations, they are symbols of identity, status, and cultural belonging. They demonstrate the early human impulse to create, to adorn, and to communicate through visual means. And let's not forget the use of pigments. Evidence suggests that Africans were using pigments as far back as 320,000 years ago, and even making paint through complex processes around 100,000 years ago. This mastery of color and material played a crucial role in the development of art forms across the continent. Now, let's fast forward to Nigeria, where we encounter the Nok culture. From roughly 500 BC to 200 CE, the Nok people created remarkable terracotta sculptures, showcasing a level of artistic sophistication that is truly astounding. These sculptures, often depicting human figures with elongated features and intricate details, demonstrate a mastery of form and a profound understanding of the human anatomy. The Nok terracottas are not just beautiful objects, they are also valuable historical documents, providing insights into the beliefs, customs, and social structures of this ancient civilization. And the artistic traditions of Nigeria didn't end with the Nok. The Yewa pottery, traceable to about 100 CE, and the Biora sculptures, beginning around 200 CE, further demonstrate the rich artistic heritage of this region. Moving eastward, we arrive at the Igbo-Oku site in southeastern Nigeria, where some of the earliest known textile remnants have been discovered, dating back to the 9th century CE. In Mali, the Telam caves have preserved cotton and wool cloths from the 11th century CE. These textiles are evidence of a thriving textile industry in Africa, a testament to the skill and ingenuity of African weavers. The Yoruba city of Ife, in present-day Nigeria, represents another high point in African art history. Ife is renowned for its highly refined naturalistic sculptures and metalwork, particularly its bronze castings. Ife was a major center of lost wax casting, a technique that involves creating a wax model of the desired object, covering it in clay, and then melting out the wax to create a mold for the molten metal. This sophisticated technique, which required a high level of skill and precision, was later adopted by the Benin Kingdom. The Benin Kingdom, located in present-day Nigeria, became famous for its cut bronzes and brass castings, including royal portrait heads and plaques produced for the Edo court between roughly the 15th and 19th centuries. These bronzes, which depict the Oba, or king, and his court, are masterpieces of African art, showcasing the power, wealth, and sophistication of the Benin Kingdom. But the artistic achievements of Africa extend far beyond Nigeria. In Sudan, the Nubian pyramids at Meroe, dating from the 8th century BC to the 3rd century CE, stand as a testament to the architectural prowess of the Nubian civilization. These pyramids, which are smaller and steeper than their Egyptian counterparts, are a powerful symbol of Nubian identity and independence. And let's not forget the Friday Mosque of Djenné in Mali, a stunning example of Islamic architecture in Africa. The original mosque dates back to the 13th century, although the present structure was rebuilt in 1907. The mosque, with its towering minarets and intricate mud brick facade, is a symbol of the Islamic faith in Africa. Ethiopian illuminated manuscripts represent another important chapter in African art history. These manuscripts, which are often decorated with vibrant colors and intricate designs, are a testament to the rich religious and artistic traditions of Ethiopia. One example dates back to the 16th century. It's important to remember that African art is not limited to portable objects in museums. It encompasses a wide range of forms, including sculpture, painting, pottery, rock art, textiles, masks, personal decoration, jewelry, performance, and assemblage. Scholars and art historians often highlight characteristic themes in African art, such as abstraction, balanced asymmetry, innovation of form, and the transformation of the human body. These themes reflect the unique cultural and artistic traditions of the African continent. African art has not only preserved the oldest visual culture on earth, but it has also shaped global modernism. European modernist artists were heavily influenced by African forms, particularly through their interest in abstraction and non-naturalistic representation. Today, contemporary African artists continue to draw on traditional forms, but often combine them with photography, installation, digital media, performance, and global art market language. Modern African art is characterized by personal expression, experimentation, and global dialogue, while still remaining rooted in local histories and identities. The legacy of African art is also reflected in Afro-diasporic religions such as Vodou, Candomblé, Santeria, Kumina, and Obia, which reflect how African aesthetic and ritual systems traveled and transformed through the Atlantic world. But the story of African art is not without its controversies. The long colonial bias in art history has often treated African art as ethnographic craft rather than as high art or as a complex historical field. The dominant focus on masks and sculpture has obscured the importance of architecture, textiles, manuscript arts, body arts, and performance. The looting and dispersal of African objects, particularly during colonial conquest, is another major issue. The Benin bronzes, for example, are a symbol of this broader history of removal and contested ownership. The field has also suppressed or minimized the depth of Islamic African art traditions, including manuscript cultures and monumental architecture in regions such as Mali, Sudan, and Ethiopia. It is crucial to recognize that the modern museum category of African art can flatten differences between societies and eras, which has sometimes hidden how varied and historically specific African visual cultures really are. African art history remains relevant in debates over cultural heritage, repatriation, museum practice, and national identity. It is a field that is constantly evolving, challenging our assumptions, and expanding our understanding of the human experience. By recognizing the depth, breadth, and complexity of African art, we can begin to appreciate its true significance in the history of art and culture. Apollo 11 Cave Entrance, Namibia, White Shot, Early Morning Light, No People, Cinematic 8K.